Hi guys, this is Easter Sunday, my point of view, and here I am showing you what I see, my point of view on this bumpy road. Life can be a bumpy road, can't it? Have you ever wondered why leading figures in politics, in business, celebrities seem to be able to get away with things that you and me wouldn't have a chance of getting away with? Have you ever watched these politicians dodge questions when interviewed? How they never answer, how they say what they want to say and then get away with all sorts of things that you and me wouldn't get away with. I think there's more evidence of that at the moment, without pointing the finger at any specific individuals, but you all know who they are. And it's that old adage, isn't it, that the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. That there seems to be a two-tier society, us and them. Interesting that, isn't it? On this bumpy road through life, have awareness of that, and then ask yourself, what can you do about it? And quite often you can't. So having decided that you can't do much about most of it, there's no point in dwelling upon it, because it will only give you more frustration and you'll lose your power to those sorts of thoughts, even though I've just highlighted it to you. I teach from my point of view, and you don't have to agree with me, and I'm not saying that I'm right. But what I am saying is that we're all in this together, and as a population there's probably 95% of people who are being kept in the place, suppressed, oppressed, and probably very depressed because of world events, this rocky road, this bumpy road. And then there's a few people who are flying high, who seem to be unaffected by restrictions, by the financial crash, by the food shortages, by the bankruptcies and the homelessness and the wars and the refugees and all the things that are affecting you and me, wondering how we can next put food on the plate, and whether or not we can afford our heating bill, and whether we can keep the car and afford the fuel and all the other things that are on your mind at the moment. Possibly, are there going to be more restrictions, and can I have my holidays, and will I keep my job, will I keep my business? Well, there's some people who quite clearly don't worry about any of that. It's got nothing to do with them, other than the fact they're making the rules that they don't abide by. Us and them. My point of view on this is that I've never considered myself an underling. I've never considered myself subordinate to anybody, even the bosses that I used to work for. That I've always considered that I've worked for myself, even if I've been employed by somebody else, that I'm there for my own reasons. I've got my own motivations, my own goals. I set my own standards. And so when you look at these people who, I've already said, seem to do their own thing and don't live by the rules that they set, would you honestly want to be one of them? To me, when I look at the likes of the politicians who I've got absolutely no respect for, and the celebrities that I don't celebrate, and I don't make them gods in my life like many do, and the business leaders who are probably driving around in cars that you can only dream of, this jet set life, would you really want it? Because I know I wouldn't. So the message here, my point of view, is let them get on with it. It's none of your business. But pay attention, because by watching the news, you'll get an idea of what direction the world's going in, and then you'll know how to adjust your own perception, your own point of view, your own metaphysical energetics, so that you get it to work for you and not against you. Because there are elemental laws, there are mental laws, there are universal laws of creation. And in creation there's three forces. They are creation, maintenance and destruction. Things are born, and then whilst they live you can have a good experience or a bad, and then you die, and that happens to everything in the physical realm. But then there's the invisible realm, the metaphysical realm, the energetic spiritual realm, if you want to use those words, where everything is unlimited and eternal, and those rules don't apply. So while I'm in the physical world, I see things come and go, and that process is accelerating at the moment. Things are coming and going, and there's massive change. And to maintain my equilibrium and my high energy and my balance physically, emotionally, mentally and spiritually, whatever's going on the outside, I concentrate on myself on the inside, knowing that whatever happens in the world, it's not the end, because everything in the world that was brought into form leaves form, and the only thing that survives is thought and spirit and energy, or whatever words you want to believe, your soul maybe. Well, that's eternal, and that is metaphysically and quantumly, scientifically sound. And if you don't believe that, then we need a chat. So don't be put in a pigeonhole, them and us. And if you're part of the 95%, welcome to the club. And if you're part of the 5%, then be kind, be constructive, and use that level of influence that you've got in the 5%, that money, that power, that influence, for good. Don't exploit it, and don't become a victim to it. If you're doing well, don't make your life hell. And if you're not doing that well, realise that you are so blessed just to be listening to this, and to be breathing, and to be alive, and to have another day to experience this physicality. Because in this physicality there is creation, maintenance and destruction, and everybody will leave this mortal coil. The one thing that we've all got in common is that we never chose when we came into this dimension, and we never know when we're going to leave it. But while we're here, all we can do is the best we can with what we've got, love each other and be kind. So love each other, love yourself, be kind, be powerful, enjoy your mind. And if there's anything that I've mentioned that you want to discuss, you know where I am. My name's Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, Mr. GTV, and everything on Mr. GTV is free. Be powerful, enjoy your mind.